Hey, you. Yes, you. The one who's been feeling like life has passed you by. The one who keeps asking, is it too late for me? The one who wakes up wondering if anything meaningful can still come out of this life. Can I sit with you for a few minutes? I want to tell you a story. Not about success or fame or some overnight miracle, but about a hen and a few fragile eggs. Every morning, a hen walks over to her eggs and gently lowers herself onto them. She doesn't rush. She doesn't question. She doesn't complain. She just sits, in the silence, in the stillness. Every now and then she shifts her weight, turns the eggs slightly, maybe fluffs her feathers. But mostly, she waits. She doesn't know exactly how the chicks form. She doesn't understand the science behind it. She doesn't need to. All she knows is, if she stays with them long enough, they'll hatch. And that tiny image is one of the most powerful truths life can teach us. Because maybe you're like that hen right now. Maybe you're sitting on a dream that feels long gone, or a vision that never saw the light of day, or a hope that's been buried for so long. You've almost forgotten what it feels like to believe. Maybe people around you have moved on, started businesses, built families, traveled the world, and you're still waiting, still wondering, did I miss my time? Am I too old? Too behind? Too broken? But listen to me closely. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not too old to hatch something beautiful. I know what it feels like to see the calendar turn and wonder if your life is stuck in place. To scroll through everyone else's highlight reels and feel like your own story just stopped somewhere. Like it froze at some point in the past, and you're just living on autopilot now. But let me remind you, the hen doesn't rush her eggs. She doesn't panic on day 12 and say, "Why aren't you hatched yet? What's wrong with you?" She just stays. She just waits. She just believes that life is forming, even when nothing is visible on the outside. And that's what you need to do with your life right now. You may not see the results. You may feel like everyone has moved ahead of you. You may even look at your own hands and think, what do I even have left to offer? But hear this, my friend. As long as there is breath in your body, as long as you still feel that tiny whisper inside that says, there's more for me, then it is not too late. You are still incubating something sacred. You know, I once met a woman who was 68 when she decided to go back to school. She had raised children. She had lost her husband. And for nearly 2 decades, she said she felt invisible, like her life had already happened, and now she was just filling space. But then one day she said, I'm still alive. Why can't I start again? So she enrolled, and 4 years later, she walked across the graduation stage, slow and proud, with tears in her eyes. She said, I finally did it. I finally finished something for me. And when people asked her, why now? She simply said, because the eggs were finally ready to hatch. So I want to ask you, what eggs have you abandoned? What dreams have you convinced yourself are too late to return to? What gifts have you buried because life didn't go as planned? Go back and sit with them. I'm serious. Sit with your forgotten dreams like that hen. Not with panic, not with pressure, but with patience. You don't have to know how everything will work. You don't need all the answers. You just need the courage to stay in the stillness and believe that something beautiful is forming inside your silence. Let's pause here for a moment. Take a breath. Let that image settle in your heart. A small hen, still and faithful, because she knows something good is coming. You can be that hen. And in the next part, I want to walk with you deeper into how we rebuild belief when time has worn us down, and how your waiting season might be the exact place where your miracle is being shaped. Because, friend, it's not over. It never was. Let's keep going. Hey, you're still here. That alone tells me something. You're still holding on. Maybe just by a thread, but holding on all the same. And I want you to know that matters. Because in a world that's constantly shouting, hurry up, and you should be further by now, you chose to sit with your heart for a few minutes longer. You chose to listen instead of scroll. You chose stillness, like the hen. That's not weakness, that's strength. Let's talk about today's world for a moment. Everything is instant now, right? We microwave our food. We swipe to date. We double tap someone's life and think, wow, they've got it all figured out. Everywhere you look, someone's announcing something. Just bought a house. Started my business. Engaged. 30 under 30. And you're sitting there thinking, I'm just trying to make it through this week without breaking down. I'm just trying to keep my lights on. I'm in my 40s, 50s, even 60s, and I still feel lost. Let me tell you something that no viral post will tell you. There is no deadline on destiny. There's no expiration date on becoming who you're meant to be. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not wrong for needing time. You are simply incubating, slowly, quietly, faithfully, like that hen. And just like her, you don't need the world to understand what you're doing. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why your growth is slow, or sacred, or unseen. All that matters is this: something inside you is still alive. Let me remind you of something that social media rarely celebrates. Some of the most beautiful things in life take time. Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until she was 40. Colonel Sanders founded KFC in his 60s. Morgan Freeman became a movie star at 52. Grandma Moses started painting at 76, and her art now hangs in museums. They weren't late. They were right on time, for their time, just like you will be. I know it's hard. You see your friends getting married, buying homes, raising kids, and you wonder what's wrong with you. You see people retiring while you're still trying to land a steady job. You see younger folks building apps and creating startups while you're still figuring out your next step. And all of that noise can make you question your worth. But here's what I want you to remember. The hen doesn't look at the rooster and say, "Why aren't you sitting here with me?" She doesn't compare her eggs to the neighbor's nest. She stays focused on her process, because her process is sacred. Her timing is unique. Her outcome is hers alone. You might feel like life has passed you by. Maybe you lost time to fear, to illness, to grief, to bad choices, or just to surviving. Maybe you wasted years in the wrong relationship, or chasing the wrong dream, or running from your pain. But I need you to hear me now. Nothing is wasted. Even the years you thought were empty were incubating something. Wisdom, strength, clarity, compassion. All those wasted years, they made you. They matured you. They prepared you. And when your moment comes, when your eggs begin to crack open, the world will see not just what you did, but who you became in the waiting. Let me ask you something personal. If you knew, I mean really knew, that your dream would come true in 2 years, would you still be this anxious today? If you knew that in 3 years you'd finally meet the person who gets you, really sees you, would you still feel so alone? If you knew that what you're building now will bless people one day, even if no one's clapping today, wouldn't you breathe a little easier? That's what faith looks like. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's not always easy. But it's steady, like the hen. So maybe you're not where you thought you'd be. Maybe your bank account is low, your energy is lower, and your faith feels like it's hanging by a thread. But you are not done. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, learning what you need to learn, growing into who you're meant to become. And when it's time, when the shell cracks and your moment finally arrives, you'll look back on this season and realize this was never a waste. This was preparation. You're doing better than you think. You're becoming someone powerful, patient, and kind. So please, don't quit on yourself. Don't walk away from the eggs just because they haven't hatched yet. Stay, sit, wait, believe. In the next part, I'll talk to you about the power of protecting your peace during this season, and how to deal with people who don't understand your process, the ones who keep asking, "So, what are you even doing with your life?" Spoiler alert, you don't owe them a timeline. Let's keep going, friend. There's still more to come. Ashiru Project, reminding you, the greatest things in life take time. You are worth the wait.